3 reasons why self-validation and bigging up yourself is so important. I'm Keeley Taverner, psychotherapist with a passion for unlocking potential. In this video, I'm going to outline 3 reasons why it is so fundamental for our well-being that we big up ourselves. Often, we live our lives being validated, being bigged up by other people. Now that can be okay. However, if we externally look to others to continuously big us up or make us feel good, then we will be vulnerable. Why is this? We'll be vulnerable if we focus exclusively on others validating us because people change their minds. There's trends that come in and out of style all the time. And if you're not on trend, then they won't validate you. Then you are going to be particularly vulnerable. And in this video, I'm going to highlight 3 benefits of being to validate and big up yourself. Remember, I make 2 videos every week designed to inspire thought and encourage you to take action. To get these videos first, do consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Firstly, if you don't learn to big yourself up, no one else is going to do it for you. You know the strains, the struggles, the sacrifices you have had to make to achieve X or just to get by every day. If you're constantly waiting for somebody else to validate your experience, you will be particularly vulnerable. And we need to be very careful, especially if we have a history of being in abusive relationships, because people who have been in abusive relationships or have been in abusive families have learned that they cannot trust in themselves. They can't trust their own experiences, so they're very vulnerable to looking outside of themselves for validation. And if you happen to have relationships with people who are manipulative and controlling, they can use that against you, and the next thing you feel like a puppet. And this is one of the most important reasons why it is important that we validate and we big up ourselves, because it means it comes from within and we are less vulnerable to the judgments, opinions and condemnation of others. The second reason why you need to learn to validate yourself is because if you are exclusively focused outside of yourself, it means that your own validation process is particularly vulnerable. And when that is vulnerable, it means that we've lost our own kind of way to gauge, and we may second guess, third guess ourselves because we haven't built trust in ourselves. When we learn to self-validate, we're not waiting for other people to give us the head nod. We do it for ourselves because we know intrinsically, we know from a gut level that whatever action we are choosing to make works for us. Now the challenge, if you start to shift from old behaviors to new, if certain people are used to you going to them for validation, for the head nod, and you no longer do that, you need to be particularly careful because it can cause issues, because they're gonna want you to get back in your box. Who do you think you are is the rhetoric you're likely to hear. However, if you know inside of you, deep within you, that whatever course of action feels right for you, then that is an important and fundamental crucial sign. But like I said, we need to be careful of the external environment that we're in, because such a shift, when we no longer need people to say yes to us or to give us permission, that might cause problems and they may retaliate. So we have to be particularly mindful. At times, we may need to develop stealth techniques. If anybody's interested in stealth techniques, watch the film Sleeping with the Enemy, and you'll see how Julia Roberts has to learn to covertly free herself from a very dangerous situation. Lastly, when we learn to validate ourselves, when we can big ourselves up, we are on the path to becoming our true, authentic self. yourself. Now that is a beautiful journey, but let's not pretend that it is a smooth, nice road. It is full of twists and turns and ups and downs. When we become our biggest cheerleader, when we go within and we are less affected by what others think and how others want to validate us, we are building a very strong relationship with ourselves, an intrinsic relationship with ourselves. And I am of the view, the longer that I am a therapist, that the more we can go internally, we build up something particularly special inside of ourselves. I believe it potentially, no, actually, let me be real. I believe the more that you develop this relationship with yourself and you become more authentic and true to who you really are, is the more you are on the road to finding your potential. In addition, if we want to take it one step higher for all the psychologists and my colleagues who watch my videos, who are helping professionals who are training, we may be on that next part of Maslow's hierarchy to self-actualization. Remember, not everybody is going to be invested in your growth. Some people will be opposed to it and they will go to great lengths for you to get back in the box that they expect you to occupy. And if that is the case, my encouragement to you is to get professional help. As ever, always protect yourself, and at times, stealth tactics will be necessary. Those are the 3 reasons why you need to self-validate / big up yourself. I hope this video may be of benefit to you. If it is, do consider sharing. I am Keeley Taverner, psychotherapist with a passion for unlocking potential. Do take care of you, because if you don't, who will?